up to 4.4 gigahertz, and all of this while operating within a 15-watt thermal design that's required. Now, when you take a look at the benchmarks across a large range of applications, it's just very clear that the Ryzen 7 5800U just runs your software faster. It's a very special product, the fastest x86 processor in the world for thin light networks. Now, performance is really great, but in the notebook form factor, battery life is also extremely important. And this is where the energy efficiency of the Zen 3 core comes in. We've done a ton of optimization, and with the Ryzen 5000 series, you can expect up to 17.5 hours of download and 21 hours of video playback on a single charge. Now that's a major jump compared to our previous generation and true all-day battery life. Now, notebook customers don't just buy thin and light laptops, but millions of people actually buy notebooks to play PC games. AMD has a rich history in PC gaming and deep ties to the gaming community. Gamers actually want desktop-like performance in the notebook form factor, and that's exactly what we built. Our new HX series mobile processors raise the bar for gaming notebooks. The HX brand actually represents our commitment to build the best processors for gaming. They feature the same Zen 3 cores from our best-in-class Ryzen 5000 desktop processors that deliver leadership frame rates. They're also unlocked for overclocking and have higher thermal ratings for sustained performance, which is key for gaming. Now let me introduce you to our top-of-the-line Ryzen 9 HX processors. The 5900HX boosts up to 4.6 gigahertz, while the 5980HX boosts up to 4.8 gigahertz, both with 8 cores and thermal design power of 45 watts or higher. So now let's take a look at the Ryzen 5900HX in action. What you're looking at here is a very graphics-intensive game, Horizon Zero Dawn, running on our new Ryzen 5900HX processor. We're running this game at 1080p with the high detail preset to really stress the CPU. And as you can see, our new mobile HX processors are delivering smooth frame rates of over 100 frames per second. And for all of you looking for a mobile 4K experience, I'm happy to report that gaming notebooks featuring our new HX processors are also capable of delivering smooth gaming experiences when running at 4K at high settings. Now turning to this year, we expect the number of notebook designs powered by our new generation of Ryzen mobile processors to grow by 50% compared to the Ryzen 4000 series. We expect more than 150 ultra-thin gaming and professional notebooks powered by Ryzen 5000 series to launch this year. This means even more choice for consumers. And you won't have to wait long to get your hands on these new systems, with the first notebooks expected to be on sale from the world's top notebook providers in February. We couldn't be more excited about what the Ryzen 5000 will do for you in 2021. To drive innovation in the PC market, you need great partners. Our next guest leads one of the world's largest PC companies. Let's welcome HP CEO and a great friend, Enrique Lores. Hi, Enrique. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's great to see you to start the new year together.
Lisa, it's great to see you as well, and congratulations for keynoting this year in AMD, and also for all the success of AMD.
Well, look, we are so honored to be partnered with HP. HP has really been at the center of Silicon Valley innovation. And during the past year, you and I have talked a lot about, really the charge that you're leading in helping consumers and businesses use technology to transform the way we live, work, and learn. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the trends that you've seen accelerating over the past year?
Sure. I think one of the most important things we have seen during the last months is that PCs have become essential. With people working from home, kids learning from home, playing from home, families entertaining from home, the PC have become really the center of all these processes. And this is driving a new source of innovation, enabling people to do things from their homes, connecting to their offices, really becoming much more efficient. And this is what we all have been working together. And I think we also have learned that it's not only about developing technology, it's about developing technology that everybody can access, because I think we have an obligation as well to make sure that technology doesn't help to divide our current societies. So this is something that we are working together on that I think is very important as well.
No, I think you're absolutely right, Enrique. It's such an opportunity for us to offer technology to help people in all walks of life. So look, I think the AMD HP partnership has spanned a really broad reach from commercial PCs to ultra thin consumer notebooks to gaming and creator PCs. So we just showed everyone the new AMD Ryzen 5000 mobile processors, and we truly appreciate the deep partnership with HP. Can you tell us about some of the designs that you're planning this year?
Yes, and before that, it's probably useful to recap a bit. I still remember the first meeting you and I had when none of us were the CEOs of our companies, where we were thinking and designing the first commercial PCs with AMD. And we have really gone a long way since these very early conversations 6-7 years ago. And I think with the launches this year, we have really shown how much progress we have made, and whether we look at the versatility of the new designs, the security that we have built into the solutions, and the new form factors and the premium designs that we are bringing, clearly we are making a difference, and we are showing what the combination of both companies can bring to the market.
No, you're so right, Enrique. What I really appreciate is that every year the technology gets better, the partnership gets better, and I think our what we can offer our customers gets better. So look, it's an incredible time for innovation in the PC market and across tech more broadly. Enrique, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm really, really thankful for our partnership and look forward to all the great new devices that we'll have out in 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Now let's turn our attention to gaming. Gaming has continued to grow in recent years, and 2020 was another record year. 4 in 5 US consumers have played a video game in the past 6 months. And at $174 billion in annual revenue, the gaming industry is actually larger than the movie and music industries combined. We're now approaching 3 billion people playing games. That's 40% of the world's population. Now, gaming is at the heart of so much of what we do at AMD. Gamers push us to innovate faster because they always want more. More frames, more pixels, and more immersive experiences, which is exactly what we delivered with our new CPUs and GPUs and the new generation of game consoles powered by AMD. The hottest products in the world today are the new game consoles from Microsoft and Sony. Panos mentioned our work with Microsoft to build high-performance CPUs and GPUs for the Xbox Series X and Series S. We're also incredibly proud of our deep partnership with Sony to power the new PlayStation 5. All these next-generation consoles use custom AMD SoCs with Ryzen and Radeon technology. Console gaming has never looked better, and AMD is providing the underlying technology pushing 4K gaming across these platforms. Now, for PC gamers, we introduced high-end graphics cards to the desktop PC market at the end of 2020 with the Radeon RX 6000 series. With the Radeon 6900 XT, 6800 XT, and 6800, we have leadership at the high end. The reviews and awards for these products have been fantastic, and we know that millions of gamers are excited about the RX 6000 series. Whether you're building your own gaming rig or buying a new gaming PC, we truly have the best for PC gamers. We're working with our partners to drive a record number of premium desktop gaming systems from OEMs and from system builders, featuring our new Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards and our Ryzen 5000 series desktop CPUs. Now, the underlying graphics architecture for all these new PC and console products is AMD RDNA 2. With RDNA 2, we really exceeded our goals. We doubled the performance from the first generation of RDNA in 2019, and we achieved a 65% performance per watt increase while supporting the full DX12 Ultimate experience for gamers. The team did a great job with this architecture, and you'll see many more products in 2021 with RDNA 2. We talked about the importance of gaming notebooks a bit earlier, and we'll be bringing RDNA 2 to gaming notebooks next. So let me show you a preview of the RDNA 2 graphics architecture in a notebook reference design. What you're looking at here is Dirt 5, another demanding game running at ultra-high settings in 1440p, and what you see is more than 60 frames per second. Just beautiful, smooth gameplay. We're on track to launch the first notebooks with RDNA 2 in the first half of the year with our partners. And you'll also see new mainstream RDNA 2 desktop graphic card designs in the first half of the year as well. We're very excited to have RDNA 2 across the entire spectrum from consoles to desktops to notebooks soon. Now, while console and PC gaming are the most fun for some people, for others, it's gorgeous content and Hollywood films. Today, high performance computing makes it faster and less expensive to produce amazing movies and TV shows. My next guest has overseen some of the most beloved stories and characters ever, with visual effects and computer animation powered by AMD. Francois Chardavon is the head of technology for Lucasfilm and Industrial Light and Magic.
Hi, really happy to be here, Lisa.
Great to see you. Thanks for joining us. So ILM, Lucasfilm, and AMD have worked together now for more than a decade. Yet 2020 is probably one of the most memorable of the years that we've worked together. The demand for content is through the roof. Can you tell us a little bit about how 2020 has changed the way you work?
Absolutely, you're right. Lucasfilm just recently announced 10 new series and feature films, and a lot of studios are doing the same thing. The content creation is through the roof across all of the major content creators. And for ILM in particular, despite all the disruption for 2020, it's been an incredibly busy year. And we're looking out to 2021, and it's going to be even bigger. We built an entirely new studio from scratch in Sydney, Australia, to add to our 4 other studios. We opened a few months before the pandemic really hit, and it was an opportunity for rethinking from the ground up all of our infrastructure to make sure that we're making the best choices possible. One of the most important parts of our infrastructure for what we do is the render farm. Really the compute firepower that creates all of the images that you see on screen. And for Sydney, we decided to go exclusively with AMD to build our facility up. And that was something that really empowered that studio to hit the ground running despite all the disruption of 2020.
Wow, Francois, that's just fascinating. I mean, just to think of all of the things that you guys have to think about when you're, producing, the best content in the world. So, you guys were really an early adopter of AMD EPYC and Threadripper. Can you tell us a little bit about how the tech works for you?
Absolutely. I mean, I think for us, it's really about scale and flexibility. Scale just to produce the sheer amount of content across all of our studios where we just need as much firepower as possible. And AMD is really focused on building out the amount of power that you can put in any individual's hands. The amount of threads and cores that you have available is unprecedented. And this really helps us deliver the content that we have. That scale comes into play a whole lot more than it ever has, even for interactive processes, not just the overnight processes, where more and more we're just seeing software take advantage of that sheer amount of threads that are available with AMD processors. In a way that software never has before. And so artists are able to make changes and immediately see the results. That gives you more of an intuitive sense of how when you turn the knob, it really affects what you see on screen. That really changes how you approach the creative process.
Francois, you sound like you love cores and threads just as much as I do. So we love that. But you're really pushing the envelope on what technology can do, and it sounds like there are actually things that you can do in your creative pipeline or workflow that you weren't able to do before. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
As artists more and more are having to tackle really high resolution content, high dynamic range, more bit depth, it's just a lot of data to process. And a lot of the codecs, the compression algorithms for the content are becoming more and more elaborate than they have before. And being able to play back at speed 4K content, 8K content, we have rides that are projected on huge screens that are sometimes multiple 16K content. We've never been able to review that before, and that's an area where we're really looking to AMD to help us solve that problem in a cost-effective way that used to be really limited to specialized hardware. And AMD is making that a whole lot more commoditized than it ever has in the past.
That's fantastic. Really, really exciting stuff. I know we're all looking forward to seeing it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us, some of your insights on how, high performance computing really does enable all of the wonderful work that you do at ILM and Lucasfilm. We're really proud to be your partner and really look forward to doing much, much more together in the future.
Thank you so much, Lisa. This has been great, and AMD has been an amazing partner through all this.
Let's take a look at some of the great work by Lucasfilm and ILM using high performance computing. To share more about our work in the PC, workstation, and server markets, let's welcome our great friend, Lenovo Chairman and CEO, Yang Yuanqing. YY, it's great to see you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for having me here.
You know, I've heard you say Lenovo is focused on building smarter technology for all, data center, PCs, mobile phones, and smart devices. Can you tell me a little bit about what the Lenovo team experienced in 2020 when it comes to the world's transition to digital first?
Why some people predicted the smartphone would replace PC and tablets before. The work and study from home trend have proven PC to be an essential productivity tool now.
Allows to build more.
We're now approaching
Many Microsoft. Delight of being able to game on a PC or an Xbox right now that you have
2, 1. Put your hands up.
Panos, that was fantastic. Thank you again for joining us. It was great to see you, and thanks for providing those.
Technology for all vision. We believe there should also be connectivity for all. We have embedded 5G technology across a number of our products to make sure they can be always on and always connected. But 2020 told us that what our customers need in the new normal is a breakthrough in a few existing technologies that have become absolutely essential today. We are leveraging advanced technology like artificial intelligence and the latest hardware innovations to drive breakthrough in this space. As a customer-centric company, Lenovo is